Hello, I'm back again in third session, maybe for the last session today. My name is Azeda. I am student of University of Science and Computer Technology Semarang, and I will be the first speaker here again. And I agree with that statement Impoverish, Corruptor. A report by the anti-property organization One says much of the progress made over the past 2 decades in tackling external property has been put at risk by corruption and crime. Corrupt activities include the use of patent firms and money laundering. The report blamed corruption for 3.6 million deaths every year. If action were taken to end secrecy that allow corruption to thrive, and if the recovered revenue were invested in health, and then group calculate that many deaths could be prevented in low-income countries. And one describes it finding $1 trillion scandal. And corruption inhibits private investment, reduces economic growth, increase the cost of doing business, and can lead to political instability. And the report say, but in the developing countries, corruption is a killer. When governments are deprived of their own resources to invest in healthcare, food security, or essential infrastructure, it causes life. The biggest toll is on children. One is urging G20 leader meeting in Australia in November to take various measures to tackle and the problem, including making information public about who own companies and trusts to prevent them being used to launder money and conceal identity of criminals. Okay, let's see for example, Laos. Radio Free Asia has reporting about Laos has lost more than $760 million to corruption since 2016, with government development and investment projects such as road and bridge construction, the leading source the whispered grant, according to the country state inspection authority. And the SIA report in April 11 that nearly 3,700 members of the Communist Laos People Revolutionary Party has been disciplined, with 2019 expelled and 164 people charged. And according to the inspection authority, 11 and 19 people, including 127 government employees, were involved in illegal logging and wood trade in a country where illegal natural resource trade favor much of the craft. Authorities say like 300,000 cubic meter of wood worth $127 million in since 2016, according to the report. And the government has vowed to address corrupt practices that are pervasive in politics and every sector of the economy society, and put a potential foreign investor from pumping money into much needed infrastructure and development in the landlocked nation of 7.5 billion people. And not except in Indonesia also has many cases of corruption that must be followed up, investigated, and resolved. Corruption is an unpleasant act and can harm other people. In April 2022, Indonesian Corruption Watch is ICW reporting trend of state losses due to the corruption increases in the last 5 years, and trying case action and potential state losses due to the corruption around 2017 until 2021. ICW note that there were 533 corruption cases carried out by law enforcement official, or APH, throughout 2021. And of all these cases, the total potential state losses incurred reaches to 29.4 trillion rupiah, and then the number of corruption cases that APH has successfully prosecuted in 2021 is more than the previous years, and tend to fluctuate in the last 5 years. This corruption in here that has counter factors like political aspect, organization, economic, family, consumptive lifestyle, and human greed. And they corruption without thinking about what the impact for others. And then how can they start all things like that? How can they corruption that when actually they has enough things in their life? And corruption harm like the whole society, underfunded infrastructure due to corruption, inadequate education due to the special cost for education stolen unnoticed, And who should life, safety, and peace will become deprived? Or maybe this is a mental problem that is bothering the corrupt. If I may say, corruptors are for more miser than ordinary people struggling to live. Corruptors are afraid of things that haven't happened yet, and they fabricate report just make prevail. And unequal distribution to people is also like the impact of corruption. And corruption is an act that is very detrimental to the state. Corruption causes slowdown in the country economic growth, decreasing investment, the increasing poverty, and increasing income inequality. And corruption can also reduce the level of happiness of the people in the country. And corruptors do corruption for the sake of their luxury, for their own health, without thinking about the people, and they corruption for their own security without thinking about the safety of people. And corruptors are like wood-eating terminate with that first they stand strong because they are surpassed by strong and sturdy wood, and eventually fall down because the wood is eaten up. And then only the rubber of the farmer building that collapsed because I didn't not have wood and support. And just like corruptor who eat up the face line and suggest cancer like spread rapidly and damage in our organ body. And as a young generation, we must be how dangerous corruption is now ourselves and others, because the impact that arises in not only us but on people around and others. It will be even better if there we are no strict prevention of corruption, so that life goes well and happily. Lastly, eliminating the culture of bribery from society, because we need life and just and prosperous life. If every cause is sure, then life will prosper. Thank you.